Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Killer Snow, and today we are going to be doing some fun Photoshop stuff because I have a bunch of assignments that I need to do, and because I'm actually having fun with it because I got a better digital tablet and we have our camera actually turned downwards so you can see what I'm doing on the said digital tablet. This is an experimental little camera angle thing until I can expand my stuff come next year. So for now, it is just kind of be the way it's. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. Give me a second here. Just realizing how much shit I could possibly get my hands on. Let me put that away. Let's go to our live screen here, and hi. Oh, good God! Please don't tell me that the camera actually froze too. Let's. Yeah. Hey, Darklight. Hey, welcome. Hello. How's it going? Give me a second while I try and force my camera to restart itself. Okay, it's not gonna work. No, none of these are gonna work, really. Okay. That is actually really annoying. Just got dinner? Oh, very nice. I'm sorry. I had my camera working. I really don't understand what's wrong with my camera as of late. I am gonna start looking into replacing it though. This is far too often now that I can't have my camera on, and I'm not a faceless streamer. I'm not a VTuber or anything. It's part of my personal therapy for me to put my face out there. So this is actually really annoying, especially since I just went and tried to get this this camera angle all perfected and got things set up. So that's annoying. But alright, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and skip over that. And man, that's annoying. Alright. Let me use my new third setting here. I'm gonna stand up a little bit, let the blood flow to my legs. I've been sitting down typing up essays for all this time. So what you're seeing right now is what was 5 photos of me smashed together. That's why my legs look weird. Like it was literally a picture of my. You know what? Let's just do this and look here, and yeah. So let me go through all of these. No, that's not going to work like that. Unfortunate. You're just seeing pieces of the originals and stuff that that went into this. That's what they all look like combined, but you can see, like, there's a piece, there's a piece, there's a piece, there's a piece, there's a piece. If you're wondering why it's done that way, it is because that was the whole point, was to take several slivers and make like a panoramic photo that wasn't using a phone's like automatic panoramic thing. We had to make it ourselves. So that's kind of what we wound up with, and then it came together as just the merged copy, which if we got rid of every other feature in here, you'll see shadow adjustments gone, turn that off, that, and that. And we had the merged copy, and I edited it to get rid of the green screen, to get rid of the sliver of the corner that was showing up if we look over. Oh, God damn, I hate that I turned all those back on now. You know what, I'm just gonna drag this out, put that right there. So there's original, like original. There's edited to get rid of a few things and to fix some stuff, because if you'll notice, the hair is a little different there. And there's actually a few differences down here because I went ahead and clone copied a few things down there. But that's what the original looked like after getting merged over, so we leave that there untouched because we don't want to break our originals. So, what do? We make copies of everything. So I made copies of things and labeled them as for edit, which if you turn it on is just going to have a bunch of the same photos that are in the originals folder, but they're going to have holes in them because I cut out specific things for them. So, we have a merged copy of me right here, and if we turn on this, oh, that looks like a faded image of my face, which doesn't make any sense unless, of course, you have venom coming out of my back somewhere over here. Actually, now that I can see a little bit better, not the merged copy, I want to grab the venom there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. And now that means that I need to move my reflection over, because the reflection that we made is supposed to match right there. Because his eye is obviously very reflective, so we wanted to get a copy of ourselves in that reflection so it looks like he's reflecting our face. We turn on the mirror world. Bam, there's our background. The reason we did that is because if you turn off the mirror world, you see here that the panoramic going up actually like folded some of the floor, so it like started to curl upwards, and the second I saw that I was like, bro, it's like the world's shattering with the mirror world in Doctor Strange. That was honestly the whole premise for this. I was like, I'm gonna take photos, we'll smash them together and see what kind of feels like something I should do. I was thinking like maybe King Kong climbing up my leg or some other random stuff just to kind of show that I'm a larger person. But then I decided, you know what? If the world's in the mirror world, anything is possible in there. And I needed a reason to be looking in that direction because I didn't initially have one. So we have Venom there. And Venom will do as Venom... Ooh, wait a minute. I need to edit this a little bit better. Okay. So, what we're going to do now that we're kind of zoomed in here and we're seeing that there's like slivers with the background that aren't... yeah, let's turn me off there. Okay. So, we're going to click on the Venom layer, and we're going to click there for brush. Wait, what? Not color replacement, we want regular brush. Okay. So now, if we want to zoom in here a bit, we're also going to move up here a little bit. Alright, cool. So, you'll notice my tablet's got a dial on it that lets me change the size of my cursor perfectly, so I'm loving everything about it. Ugh, I really wish y'all could see, because the angling that I did, I'm really upset about this. Like, y'all don't understand. I'm really mad that everything that I just spent extra time while I was writing my essays, I was taking the time to go ahead and get it all set up too, while I was thinking of lines to write. And then to not have it work is kind of a kick in the testes, so to speak. So, what we're doing now is we're kind of trimming up his jaw a little bit, because when he's like this, he almost has a Violator feel to his bone structure. If you're not familiar with the Violator, that is a character from Spawn. And when he is in his quote-unquote human form, he looks like a short, fat clown, played by John Leguizamo. But when he transforms into his Violator form, he is just a monster. He is a demon with very sharp features made for slicing, rending, and tearing. Alright, so we're gonna do this here. So the reason I did this and defined this a little bit more is because just having the massive black when, you know, there's nothing actually there It just wasn't working out. So now that feels a bit more. Let me trim that a little bit, even though it kind of looks a little off there. It'll be fine. Let's see what we can do over here a little bit. Kind of wanted to give it a little bit of an edge there, just slightly. Slightly. So I'm actually looking at my tablet right now instead of looking up the screen, because I can actually just kind of put my face into it practically, if need be, but I'm also standing over it, so it's the angle is just nice. Alright, so that's in there. We turn that back on. Okay, so in order to kind of take out some of this super high definition me and other, you know, pieces that might be super high def, there's filters that you can use that'll kind of strip out some of that like feeling of, oh, this is like HD, but the rest of what we're seeing isn't HD, you know? Sometimes it's as possible to tell that something is too detailed versus the rest, the same way as it is to tell that like something is low detail and low effort compared to everything else. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. We'll just keep going here. So, working from my list here down and up, we've got Doctor Strange and Friend. They're falling out of my ear. So naturally, probably best to have a little portal. And if there's a portal, it has to go from somewhere, and if it's coming from my head, it'll be from a memory, a fond memory. That's right, it's a photo from my wedding day. Deal with it, just because things did not proceed as anticipated does not mean there's any animosity. I love my now ex-wife, but we are still, you know, going strong as good friends and staying in each other's lives and stuff, so shame on anyone that thinks that just because the word divorce is there, it needs to be bad. Shame on you. So, we're going to scoot this over ever so slightly, just so that way the legs are properly hidden. So the whole reason I had it coming out of my ear was because the picture didn't actually have her feet in it. So I was like, I'm not gonna have her falling out of the sky here because I wanted to specifically to have shadows. So, oh yeah, and those that right there, that's another shadow. That's another really good shadow. But before we get onto that one, we also have the shadow adjustments over here. Don't worry, you'll see what those are for. Some more shadows right here. See, these are just things that you'll see by switching the layer on and off and stuff like that. So we're gonna go down here and turn on, bam, look at that army photo of me. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not actually that full of myself, but the request was to have at least 3 photos of ourselves in there. So there's one obvious big glaring one, there's another one, there's that one, and I added an extra one just as a little Easter egg. Where did I put it? Me as Doctor. Zip. Just hidden right up in there. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome, ain't it? So, we have that there, and then we put a little portal effect around that. And for our portal effects, we used the screen effect to go ahead and kind of make it inset itself into the artwork a little bit more. Sorry, I had to answer a message. See, this is what I hate about not having the camera. Like, I'll have my phone up and I'll be doing something, and usually I'm used to the camera seeing enough of me that people will see that I'm here, I'm just actively engaged in something else. And can't do that when the camera's not working. And right now, even though all of my camera sources are off, my camera is still, like, technically on, and when I close Streamlabs, it stays on, but it's not actively recording anything, and I go into the task manager and it shows that, like, OBS is still up in the background. So it's a pain in the ass. So the reason this is called the Wakanda Portal is because there, Wakanda Shadows. No. We got some Wakanda forces here, and although it's not the best edit, although they are kind of like the same kind of quality as what's going on back here, but you know, I did what I could. We cut them out. The only issue here is that the line there, as much as I tried to blur it more, I am gonna try using the mixer brush a little bit more to try and blend that, but it's feeling a bit rough. Actually, I just had an idea. Madman is Christmas when I pack max. That's a tolerance of, what, 10? What the hell did I select? Why did that select, like, everything? Oh, Wakanda Portal is what's... Let's select that. We're going to turn the rest of these to lock. And we're currently selected on Wakanda Forces. Wakanda Forces Shadows. Okay, no, we want Wakanda Forces. Let's lock the shadow layer, deselect, and... Okay. Okay, that kind of works out a little bit better. And here's why I say a little bit better. Actually, it can work out a whole lot better. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to select the lasso tool. And using... I'm going to zoom in a bit here. Because we don't want to get rid of like actual legitimate pieces of their armor and stuff, but what we do want to get rid of is what we're going to do is, let's see. I am going to hold Alt to use the, you know, subtractive lasso to get rid of things that should not be a part of what I'm trying to do here. I hope that made sense. I need to undo that. These stabs are the hardest thing about it, is that I really don't want to cut the staffs out. I'm not sure this is working as I wanted it to. So instead, we're just going to do what? This. We will do this, and then I will subtract from... Wait, hello? Whatever, I'm sure it's there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we have that a bit. First things first is we're getting the spears out of here. Out of the selection. If we're trying to figure out what we're trying to do here, we are... Uh-oh. There we go. What we are attempting to do is we are trying to take these things out of the selection, such as their legs, their spear tips, and then we're going to try and blur and blend the rest of the selection, which is everything but their legs and spear tips within this selection. So that should be the shadow shapes that we're seeing that we don't want to be included anymore. There we go. So essentially I'm trying to get rid of this line or try and blur it better with what's going on over here. See, this shadow layer that I made for here was made by mixing black, brown, and then using the difference shadows filter to kind of give it this blend that it's got going. And then I erased the bits around, and that made it the shadows over the everything else. But they're all around their feet is the dust of when they landed into the fight or walked into the fight against Thanos, because that's what this scene was a literal screen grab from. I had to YouTube it and screenshot it. Alright, so now that we have those, let's see what happens if I patch tool this. Yeah, there's no way that that would work out safe. Oh. What happens if I... You know what? I'm not even that mad about that in particular. I'm not mad about that. In the grand scheme of things, it looks okay. So, next we can turn on that one of me as the doctor up there. We can turn on my hidden Rolf. He's hidden there in my beard. It's real nice. I have to talk myself up and keep telling myself that it's nice, because if I don't, then I'm admitting that all of this is just like vomiting a bunch of ideas onto a page and hoping they stick. So we have Deadpool just chilling there on the shoulder. We have Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man fighting on my leg, which I had the shadow adjustment layer there to go ahead and, you know, make it seem more like they're actually there. Didn't do too fantastic on it, but, you know, it's something. And same thing on that shadow adjustment layer. You'll notice that there's more shadow on my arm there. That's because of Spider-Man. Spider-Man. And you may also notice here on the shadow adjustments that this is happening here, because I needed to adjust a little something. If we go back to that original, which I am indeed going to pull up, just plant right there, and okay, no, you know what, I'm going to put you up at the top, so that way it can definitely be seen. Toss that on. This is, once again, our original ass photo. This is the unedited photo. And this is what it turned into. I think there's enough going on here. But you'll notice here, hopefully, that in this original version, the automated system that mashed it together kind of guessed what to do here. So it just kind of shortened my shirt. And that doesn't look good. That's a very obvious, you know, thing there, right? It's more obvious than the freakishly oversized right foot and the not as freakishly oversized left foot. But when we do this, it's not like that anymore because we went in and we cloned this strip of functional shirt and we cloned it, curved it, deformed it, and then patched everything through, blended it, and then added shadows. Because that's what we do. We try and fix it up. And then we also like went through, tried to color match things with the shadows, with the different levels of greens. This sliver right here is the only part of shadow that was added, really. Yeah. That's what was added. Everything else is like just color matched. So, I'm happy with that. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of how many things we worked into it, and that it is kind of comping together okay. It may feel a little hectic, but it can still kind of be alright, you know? Kind of feels that way. So, about those adjustments, let us see what we can do about going over final product. Why is the... okay. I need it out of the folder. So we're going to take this and then we're going to put it there. So it still works. And the reason that that will stay there is because everything else here in the final product is going to be adjusted to kind of match the background there a little bit. So let us pray. So I'm going to clip that onto the whole thing, and then filter area is empty. Okay. Damn it. Which one is which? Is that the one that lets me do this? No. Hello? Tooltips. New selection. Add selection. Subtract from selection. Intersect with. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. So if I do this, then technically that means that I can go on to filter and apply filter to that. Okay, yeah, I can. But did that actually do anything? What's the filter thing again? Control Alt F. Yeah, that's not doing anything. If we look at that, I just went and hit that button so many damn times. Okay. Well, that means that I'm gonna have to go through and do them individually. That's unfortunate. Okay, so then we're going to go and I wonder what happens if I just grab all of these like this and then hit. Oh, okay. It really, really, really wants me to do this one at a time. Yeah, there it is. That kind of graininess. We add that to everything here by I think I can leave the... Actually, let's... yeah, we'll not do that again. What about here? I want to set that up a little bit better. Filter gallery, grain. Let's turn that intensity down a little bit. Hello? Alright. See, that little bit is what we wanted, not the crazy amount that is present here. Hello. Huh. Okay, so let's go back to filter. Let's go back to filter gallery. Okay. There. A 20 feels better than the... I said 20. 20 feels better than the 40 that was on there. It made it a little too multicolored. Alright, now let's see that applied to me. Oh, it's Alt-Control F. Got it. Alt-Control F. Yeah, okay. We'll add a little bit of that. So essentially what I'm doing is going through right now and I'm adding that same level of dust to everything, essentially. Pardon the crotch zoom in. So you see how smooth all that is, and then we hit Control Alt F to apply the same filter we have on everything, and it gives it just a little light dusting. You know, it's a little something, but it takes away just enough of the quality from this like really more high-res photo and makes it similar to this low-res mirror world one that we had going on in the background. It also takes away some of the poppy realness of some of it, which mashes poorly with some of the animated effects. So we don't need to touch the portal. Okay. Definitely attaching that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Alright. So I just kind of went through and started clicking like crazy and pressing hotkeys, but I was doing the exact same thing. I was just going through each layer and applying that same kind of filter to make things look like they came from the same image, at least. Like it all kind of belongs. And now for some of these, we're going to have to take away some things. So let's go like here. And let's do... let's do a light outer glow. What was that? It was a hard light before, right? Yeah. Just have that there with a little bit of the outer glow, and I want to go with precise. And now for your actual, like, do we want a pattern overlay? No, a pattern overlay is not what we're looking for here. Oh, wait a minute. Was that the electricity that I did before? Yeah, it was. Hey, that's crazy. Hey. And then I can actually also go in and drop an adjustment for... Let's go with hue and saturation. I feel like the color saturation is a little much on... Okay, let's undo that because this needs to be a clipping mask. And clipped onto the image of just me as the doctor, so that way we can make adjustments and it won't be, like, on everything else. Because the color on that little version of me was a little too bright, too noticeable, too standout-ish. Now for this hard light, let's dim that just a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot about the stroke one. We'll get rid of that, and not contour, not texture. Nah, none of those. Actually, I forgot about the color that I just did. I wanted to reduce that a little bit more. And what was I trying to do? I wanted to kind of blur this into the background a little bit, or maybe an adjustment to... There was something like a feathering option for some of these. I just don't remember exactly where it was. Not libraries. Would it be in photo filter? No, it definitely would not be in photo filter. Adjustments. Channel mixer, color lookup, gradient map, selective color. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 and no. Alright. Let's take a look at these. Oh, there's the feather. Although I can't see what's being feathered. Oh well. I don't need to feather it out. Let's make sure. I'm sorry, I find that really funny. Alright, let me double check and make sure that I have satisfied the requirements of, let's see, panorama assignment. Take 5 to 6 pictures. I should be in 3 of them. In Photoshop, using photo merge, create a panorama, submit 1 PSD panorama file and to a final JPEG of the panorama. Okay. So I think this will complete the one I'm going to submit for class. That's, I mean, I took something bland and made it a little too interesting, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna do adjustments to this one as well. Little hue, saturation. Wrong. Clipping mask. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I'm okay with the saturation. darken that up just a little bit. It was a very bright day from a very bright angle. Maybe not that much. Oh. Little red boost. Actually, the sepia one is okay for that. I don't mind that. I'm gonna do that for the other one too. We're going to do an adjustment of hue and saturation. And we're going to do the sepia, and we're going to clipping mask that down. So that way it gives it the whole memory thing. Yeah, see? We're coming out of memories now. Alright. I think... Let me group these up a little bit more, because this one folder seems a little crazy. Alright, so that's Venom and I. There's no real changes for that one. So I'm going to take these and combine those to memory portal 1. Memory portal 2, which has the Wakanda portal stuff. So I also have some images that that were submitted via Facebook that I'm going to pull up and do a separate little thing for, just for the stream and to practice. And I encourage people to go ahead and submit photos either in the Discord or Instagram or Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want. Go ahead and drop your photos for me and tell me what you want me to do with it, or just drop it into a mess of photos that are already there, and I will find a way to comp it into something interesting, or try to. And it will help. This will help me get better, so that way I can perform even better edits and better services. All right, we have the Wakandan edits. Call those extras, and I'm actually going to move them up. Spidey's and friends. And the shadow adjustment is there for good reason. Okay, Venom and I ahead of that, and these, okay. We leave those off. We can turn off the for edit. So yeah, this can actually go back into the final product folder, and we can put that just below Venom and I, and perfect. Our final product is ready, organized. Everything is appropriately visible. I really wish I could have turned up the resolution on the photo that I had found, because the background is it is what it is. But all right, that wraps up this one. We're going to go ahead and save that, and then I'm going to do another save. We'll drag this off over here for me to take care of. I need to do it for the school, not under art history. This one is animation. No, that's the Polarama. Whoops. There's the panorama. Hey, look, the city's on fire again. Alright, so that save is complete, and we're also going to save a copy, and we're going to drop it wherever we feel like it, because that's what we do. And then we're going to choose a JPEG. Perfect. And I'll save it there. And now I can actually go in here and find my completed thing, right? Right? Yes, yes I can. God damn, yes I can. I'm also going to copy it over to my pictures. And then from there, we're going to quickly drag that over there, and we're going to drop it into our artwork thing on our Discord because we want to share with the world. Nice. Okay, so this one's good. Next. Okay. We're going to start with this one. If I have to force it to be a portrait mode later, we'll see. But for right now, I'm going to off scenes here, open up Facebook, and grab those photos that we got from, there's one or two photos from my mother, and one photo from my friend Rebel. Most of the viable photos are... Most of the subject photos are dogs, so I have no problem with that. Word up, yo. Okay, so let's see. There's an old image of my loving fur baby sister that is no longer with us, and that almost brings a tear to my eye still. We have my friend's Shiva. It's a bit of a close-up image, but I will do what I can. And then a picture of one of my mom's new dogs, Chloe. Okay. So I will go ahead and import all three of those, and then we shall see what the we'll start clipping them out of their respective homes in these photos and putting them elsewhere. They're going to look like crap until I hit OK on it, and then we're going to rasterize these so that way we can edit them. Okay. And we're going to just go ahead, slap those in a group, original, and now we'll go ahead and make a new layer, and we'll duplicate this folder, duplicate group, and for edit, and now that we have these ones for edit, I'm going to go ahead and set my standing desk to be in seated mode now. for almost an hour. I can sit. Oh, yeah. Energy max, scream, make the march stop. Alright. So this is Gigi. This is my little fur baby sister that is no longer with us, and I love her and cherish her and always will. Okay, so we're gonna hide those originals. We're going to hide that and that, and oh, okay. No, this is Chloe here that we're looking at, and that's Chloe's butthole off in the corner. Just gonna whoop. Doesn't exist anymore. She has no asshole. Okay. Let's see what object selection does for us here. Let's see if it'll actually detect her. Oh, hey! Look at that. Nicely done. It grabbed all of Chloe for us, so we can go ahead and cut Chloe out there. Ooh, wait, actually. So we're going to make sure that we use Shift, which you see a little plus sign on the cursor, which means that we are now adding something to our current selection, and we just wanted to add in that bit of her nail right there. We don't want to cut that off. That's not a part of her. Honestly, I have questions as to what this is, but we'll take it. And we'll attach it to layer 1, and we'll call this Chloe. Right? And now we can hide that. And we'll just take little Chloe and like put her down here. And now let's get this Shiva. Hi. Come on. Hey, that object selection is really something. Alright, let me hide Chloe here, because we do need to touch up this object selection, but it is like infinitely just nice. Alright, we're going to we're just gonna do a nice big circle here, make sure all of that is included, make sure this is included. And if we go down here, we wanna make sure that we get that leg. So we're going to grab here. There we go. And now we're going to press Alt to get subtractive, and we're going to pull that out. That isn't needed in the selection. And we're going to give it the same treatment over here. And then we're going to circle around and complete that because, again, subtractive, we were getting rid of that. And this bit of backpack is definitely not a part of this lovely Shiba. So we'll get rid of that. I can trim up the rest with the eraser tool. But first, there. Okay. Now we cut that out. Bam. Look at that. Who's a good doggy? Who's a good puppy? Just stay right there. Shh, shh, shh. Okay. Now for our BB girl. Oh, my heart. Okay. Click there. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely making sure that we get every bit of our girl here. How dare you try and her pads. Her lovely little pads not be a part of this. That's not okay. Alright. We're gonna try and be as accurate as possible for this one. No favoritism, but there's absolutely favoritism going on. I love Gigi. So we're going to snip this. If we do this, make sure we get that joint right there. Indeed, a big free studio deemed a Ghibli. Now they won't really give props. I might be Disney. I think I'm gonna edit out that little dark spot. It makes me feel sad for some reason. More pads. Alright, and if I want to go ahead and do this right here. There. And I feel like I kind of want to cut this a little bit closer here. Yeah, there we go. Nice and close. Because what we don't want is for the lovely pattern from my mom's office floor to be included . That's my girl. And now we clip her. And we'll go ahead and do this. And drop that there. It's my favorite one. Let's come in here and make sure that we get rid of that dark spot that we don't like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to patch tool, and we're going to circle that, and we're just going to slide that over, and it's gone. We'll deselect, and literally cannot even tell that it was ever there. I wonder if I can actually get her fur color back. So theoretically, so our Gigi here, she unfortunately had like slews of cancer, and she was living in a lot of pain. She had a lot of surgeries that, you know, helped extend her life and improve her quality of life. But in the end, you can't hold off the Reaper. Not for lack of trying. We're going to create a clipping mask to attach it there. there, but maybe a little bit more of this yellow. Yeah, that feels a little nicer. A little too much. Hang on a sec. Okay, so that is a thing that's happening. I was looking right here, this brighter spot that's still making her muzzle look really bright. Oh, that's setting midtones. What if we take care of some of those highlights a little bit? Yeah, I might just need to pepper in a little bit of it myself. Try and get a little bit of a light brown, like, no, that was like practically white. Oh yeah, because I'm on that layer. Let's grab this. And let me make sure I'm on brush. And let's crank it up a little bit. So with this little bit of color here, we should be just kind of adding a little bit more color information to some of those pixels. That was a little much. It's okay, baby girl, I got you. I got you. Spruce up some of your color. Try and make it look a little better than an orange tan. There we go. So I personally, that's just a personal choice kind of thing of fixing up our GG before. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Okay, no. We need these to be combined. We're gonna merge those layers. So the color change that we just did, that color balance, is now like permanent. But we only applied it to the bits of her face that were, you know, getting more faded out. So we re-added some color in and stuff. Just a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, this was an original here. We can go ahead and hide that now. Now we need a background. So what background can we kind of think about that can work with these dogs and the way that they are just kind of chilling here? I need a location. You know what? I'm going to check. No, not my already existing photos. Let's go into. See, we could put them in a real location or a fantasy one. I'm sorry, I'm looking through an aesthetics folder in a Discord full of friends, and I'm trying to see what I can do about it. Ooh, that actually looks really nice. But I feel like that's a digital render of what, like, It's definitely a render of something. This looks like a beautiful photo. I think I'm gonna take it just for the sake of taking it. We'll drop that into pictures because that's Jesus Christ. Can you let me type? What's going on? Twitch notifications and YouTube notifications. Got it. We have our multi-stream up, so I will see if we have any messages coming through there. Yeah, see, my friends take more photos of, you know, settings and beautiful little, really beautiful things out in nature that I wouldn't get pictures of because I don't go out in nature. Oh, that'd be beautiful. I'll save that just so that way I can use it as a backdrop for something else, I'm sure. Let's see. A nice close-up location type of deal. Right? Right. Oh, that's a giant dinosaur. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Oh, actually, well, that is a setting that I took a photo of. Never mind. Oh, yeah, I did take a good amount of photos and drop them in here, too. Let's see. I am terribly sorry that I'm not showing y'all what's going on. But, you know, it's not my Discord to show. What's this? Facebook? Did someone else? Oh. Oh, okay, Rebel. Okay, finally Rebel dropping in on something. Okay, okay. Yeah. Alright, I can pull something from that. It's a nice meme, but we're not trying to use memes on this particular bit here. Oh, without the meme on there, just the backdrop. I could, you know what? I'll grab that and I'll use it for something else. And I can probably do the same with this. Save it here, so that way I can use it for something else. But this is something that it appears like I can use even for this. So, we're going to go ahead and grab that. That last one may look a little odd, but it's okay, that's the whole point. Let it spill. You are giving them hell. Alright, so we're going to rasterize this layer, and we're going to drop this down here in original, and then we're also going to duplicate. And yeah, we're fine with calling it the copy, because the copy is just going to get dropped into for edit. And now with this for edit version, we're also going to hide these three, because we're going to select a copy of this thing. We're going to duplicate it again. And now we're going to object select. Yeah, come on. Oh, hey, I didn't even need to wait for it to highlight. But just in case. Take a look through. It looks like it grabbed things quite nicely. And no, I have no idea what this is, but it's quite impressive. Reminds me of a possessed tree, actually. We're gonna cut that out there. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that that it grabbed the appropriate things. And now we're going to go ahead and do this, and then do that, and we're gonna call this one GG, Chloe, and I don't know what Nadia's pet is named, unfortunately, so I cannot provide the naming credit for that pet just yet. Oh, okay. Alright. So, I'm going to turn on this copy again. Because, alright, this one we don't need. That one can stay off. This one will be fine. We're going to call that the setting. And we're going to drag it out there. And we're going to call this the tree thing. And Nadooni's doggo. Okay. So, now that we have this new, setting, I'm going to keep the tree thing up near the top. Because it should, overlap perfectly with... You shouldn't be able to tell. I can tell, actually. It wasn't there that I was able to tell, though. Okay, it doesn't look like it anymore. Alright. I guess I was imagining it. Alright, so, we have that, so we can turn on these pets. Yeah, see? That's the whole point right there. That's what we want. So that way we can partially hide our pups. So we're going to slip Chloe in right there. Some the genius, some the stupid. Your mind becomes polluted. So it kind of looks like Chloe's chilling there, kind of like a big cat chills on a tree. So I'm actually not upset about that. Also, I realize that the stream might make things look a little too wide for y'all. You know what? I'm actually gonna fix that up right now. I thought it would look okay, but we're just gonna fit to screen so that way you can see it in, real time, real size appropriately here. No, I'm also gonna need just one quick second here. I'm gonna open up my my YouTube here just a little bit, and I'm gonna share it to. I'm gonna, yeah. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna specifically dump people off to where I am. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Stop in. Say hi. That's how fire works. Bird. So I'm gonna go and make an Instagram post real quick showing the... Oh, wait, I don't have the new photo up on there yet. Whatever. Alright, so... See, we've got Chloe there. Where do I want this adorable Shiva that is going to be... Oh, wait, actually, what if I... Oh, yeah, so Chloe wouldn't... Oh, wait, yeah, Chloe definitely would work if I drag her up over. And then, of course, Gigi would have to be over as well. Hey, Rebel! Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you got the YouTube link. I figure that for some of the people that might want to watch, they probably don't because of, you know, they don't want to make a Twitch account or whatever the case may be. I figure YouTube's easier for a lot of people. So I sent you the YouTube link, hoping that you might stop in and see what we're gonna do with what you gave us. I also saved the other photos you gave, but they're animated, so I'm trying to, or they're you know, cartoony photos, so I'm gonna save those for another thing. But I have them both, like, I got it. I'll probably do something. Oh wait, what did I do? Did I do that thing where I like accidentally made everything? Yeah, I accidentally made everything disappear again. Just scroll that Shinra wrap forward a little bit. What is this? Domain Jujutsu Kaisen wrap. No, that's Domain Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a song by Divide. I want some Squid Games in my life. Okay. And then let's make sure that we pull our stream chat back up so that way I can finish talking or continue seeing what may or may not be said. So I want most of the dogs to be seen, but I don't want something like the fact that this dog's missing an arm to be noticed, or like the front of those paws. So that's why we made separate layers for, you know, the tree, and why we're setting things up that way. Alright. I'm gonna custom create the shadows, obviously. But the quality of the main photo for the background is actually, you know, kind of on par mostly with everything else, so we don't need to worry about adding any weird filters to make them, you know, feel better, kind of like we had to do for some of these to add that little noise static filter to literally everything to make things just kind of like look like they belonged a bit more. So we don't need to put that kind of static, which is nice. I don't want to mess up my poor dog. And we want to make sure that we include like a shadow adjustment layer. I'm just gonna write it out right now. Shadow adjustments. So the reason for the shadow adjustment layer is obviously just going to be to add extra shadows to stuff, because, you know, Chloe chilling up here in the tree, we can see that light is on her. We're going to have to do a little bit of color adjustment as well. I'm gonna drop that there as well. Color adjustments. And we'll put them in a group for manual adjustments, because, you know, typically you can use a lot of filters, you can use adjustment layers, you can use masks. There's a lot of things that you can do to go ahead and make changes to images, but sometimes I like to like really fine-tune it. So for this, let's just say if I hid the setting and the tree there, that leaves us with just dogs, right? Now, if we come in here, we see that Chloe's got a little bit of an outline going on with her because, you know, that part of her was on a darker background. So what we do here is I'm going to move it up a little bit and over to the right a little bit, because it I'm trying to center it up on my, here we go. Center it on my tablet. So here, that's the stylus. That's the nib for my drawing brush. Here's for my eraser. So usually you'll see me using the eraser on the images. I'm on the actual Chloe image, so I'm not making any color adjustment yet. This particular bit, you could do it with a color adjustment, but rather than go around and highlight all those slightly darker pixels just to go ahead and brighten them up just a little bit, I'm just gonna go ahead and go through and delete the ones that are too dark from the previous background, and let that that pixel density information be filled in by our new background, which was provided to us by our friend Rebel, who is currently watching on the YouTube side. So if we go through here, make it nice and light here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, see, all along here is still a little bit bright. We get rid of some of those pixels, and right now we're at, you know, almost 500% zoom, so that's why we're seeing everything in the actual pixel level instead of, you know, just the overall color line. You're actually seeing the squares and it's looking pixelated. That's because we're close enough to view individual pixels. Like, this is what your pictures are. It is a cluster of circles, a cluster of squares that all have one color in it, and it's mashed together with other ones that are all put nice and close together, so that way it looks like a different shade. Those are all just individual squares making up this dog. Facts. Proven. Alright, let's come in here and let's go ahead and get rid of some of those squares, because that's all we're doing. And when you lighten up the image, and some, like the edit I did with Gigi's weird dark extra nipple thing, I got rid of that by just replacing the color information of the pixels in that one particular spot. Alright, so let's make this a little bit smaller here. See, and the more we work on, you know, getting rid of the parts that don't belong there and keeping just our subject as the thing, you know, the smoother that is and the more holes there are in the PNG that we are creating, then that means more of the background is going to show through, because now that we hit the setting back on, that wouldn't have been filled by the grass of the tree before at all. Why? Because that just wasn't what was there. Also, I'm not sure what's going on with like Chloe over here, so we're going to increase the size of this. I don't know exactly what that was, but it's not adding very well to the silhouette of our dog, so we're going to adjust that. And this Shiba is just precious, really. So we'll turn this back on. Make sure. Oh yeah, we need to. We'll turn the settings and everything off. I need to make sure that we're doing things nicely for these dogs. Make sure they're all treated fairly. Okay. So we're going to reduce the size of this. I really wish my camera was functional, guys. I'm really sorry. Like, I had it over so that way you'd be getting the overhead view of me working on the tablet. And I was going to try and, like, if it came in upside down, I was going to, you know, apply a filter to the camera to make it, you know, flip me upside down so that way it would look right side up for you. Like, I was ready. I was ready for this. And as soon as everything was working right, I hit live. And it's like, oh yeah, all that stuff that you wanted to do that you thought would look really cool, that you took the time and effort to make it look good for like 2 people. Well, guess what? You know, no. life to me every day sometimes. Every other day lately. Not as much every day like it used to be. Alright, so we're also going to... So using this tablet, we actually... The circle that you see is basically the max capacity of where the eraser is going to be, but that's if I apply full pressure. We do have pressure settings active and applied to this, so it requires us to apply more pressure to fill the whole circle that we are seeing. And if we don't do that, then we get smaller bits. Like if I do that right there, that's obviously smaller than the whole. So we're going to... Hello? Can't help the destination, hear what I got to say. Oh yeah, that's smooth. Smooth. It's so goddamn smooth. I can't. It's so good. Okay. Again, I am encouraging anyone and everyone to please toss in photos, and I will do something with them. Like, I'm having fun with this. This is something meticulous that I feel like I can possibly excel at. Actually, I want to leave that little bit of darkness right there, but not up here. It's not needed up here. Whittle down your expectations, future's on the way. Ride with me. Care about the destination, hear what I got to say. Nice. And we're okay with that bit of darkness there. That's honestly fine right there too. Yeah, honestly, I think that's good. Okay. That one's set. We made sure that we took good care. Glad things are improving in both skill and life. Why, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always nice to celebrate the little victories in the world. They're so far and few between nowadays. At least, you know, for the rest of the world. For me, I've just been kind of doing good. One incident of, like, slightly bad, and then everything just went back to, you know, good once things were worked out. It's, you know, it's how life goes. I'm glad I got rid of that dark spot. Like, I don't know why, it just kind of bothered me. It kind of reminded me that my dog is no longer here with us anymore. Because she was getting sick for a while. Here, let's pull that one back up. It's this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, look at that carpet. Definitely her. See? One little dark spot. But we didn't need that dark spot to stay. And we didn't need her to stay all white and old. We fixed her up. Okay, so since we did spruce her up already, we can turn on the other dogs. I mean, there's no reason why they would be so small right now. But, ooh, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. I'm thinking I might be able to... Let me duplicate this. Okay. So we have 2 copies of the tree thing. I'm going to drop this, like, in there for right now. Because I think that this, done on, like, another type of background, like an altar out in the woods, I feel like that would be nutty. Ba, 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 ba. That would have been great, but no, that's not what I'm doing. Nope, we're not doing any more of that either. And this, no. This definite not. And Reddit, nothing good comes from Reddit. I don't know what to do. I'm just kidding. I kind of know what to do, but also kind of don't. I swear I had other photos that I'd literally just gone through all of this to find. I'm just playing, man. I know my shit is whack, bro. It is whack, bro. Too whack, bro. It's so hard finding the specific photo that you've got in your mind, because it may not even exist in reality, unless it's just like a memory of a photo, which in my case is totally a possibility. Okay. Okay, I think I can... Let me open up this as an original, and oh, that's a nice large quality photo too. Call that the backdrop. Alright, cool. So I jumped up the size of that by a bit, so that way I can kind of do this, rasterize that layer, and we're going to take all of these, except for Chloe, actually. And now we're going to try and rotate these. And we're going to do that. And let's grab this corgi and rotate you back. Do that. And I realize that now I'm gonna have to go through the tree thing that we have borrowed here, and we're going to have to make it a little bit. Oh wait, actually, now that I think about it, I am going to do a little something. We are going to... You need some sun coming at you from this angle like the other dogs do. We'll do that for you later. Right, so I want to double click the tree thing, and we're going to do an inner... No, we're going to do a stroke. And we're going to do a much lighter fill opacity. Or, that's advanced blending. And we'll do the same thing to this one. Oh, whoops. That was not the intent. I wanted it for the stroke. I see. I made an error. We're going to do that, and then we're going to go back to this one, and we're going to pop that back up to 100 because that wasn't what we were trying to do. Here is what we were trying to do. Yeah. So just by adding that little bit of a line, there. It kind of gives it a little bit more of a little more definition in the fact that it's there, because it was kind of blending in a little too much with what was going on in the back. I am, however, going to once again grab all of these, and we're going to scoot it ever so slightly over here. GG, we're going to leave you there. You know what? We're going to leave that Shiva right there. Yeah. I feel like that works. Buried in ash and crush the heart. Oh, how it falls. It crumbles and crumbles to dust. It all seems small. It crumbles and crumbles to dust. Oh, hey. Oh. Okay, that's supposed to be viewed on the Instagram app, and this is supposed to be viewed through. Okay, this is through. But, oh, hey, apparently I now comment on my own Facebook stuff. Cool. It's nutty. So I don't know what some of these things are trying to show me. Oh, once again, y'all have no idea what I'm seeing, so never mind. Cool. Alright, well, I actually like how this is starting to come out. I'm going to start doing the color and, I'm going to start doing the adjustments, essentially. I'm sorry, I also wanted a second to see if I could, because there's quite a few people online. I'd like some more people to hop in and help. I'm sorry, I just got a video of someone that very obviously fell asleep in their class. And I find it funny. We need to do shadows. I can't think of other adjustments that I would make to this, really. Like, I don't want to add mist or anything, like, odd to this. I don't want to make the water, like, weird multicolored thing, although I technically could. I wonder, actually. I'll look into it. So if I wanted to do something like that, it would need to be something like done here on the backdrop, and we'd need to like block out stuff. Let's undo that. We're gonna grab all those, get rid of it. Why do I keep fucking that up? I'm sorry. Where's my stylus? There we go. Alright. So, what am I going to try and do here? We're going to create a layer, and we're going to try a gradient. And we're going to see what we can do about iridescent. Ooh, here we go. Some iridescent coloring. Yeah, look at that. That looks great. Let's try it at an angle. Okay. Let's reduce the scale a little bit. I like that for the color a little bit more, not so much the dithering. Oh, that looks nice. Alright. Now, we can add that in as something that literally can be an overlay. Hello? Overlay. Goes to the pen. And now if we turn all the other stuff on, that's what's going on. And actually, ooh. Sounded really samey. Shut the fuck up. We still have a tolerance of 10 selected here, so this is actually going to work out pretty well. DP, don't play with me. I might snap. Is this the... This isn't the top one. This is the top one. Okay, yeah, this is the one I need to do. Okay, so with this, we're going to also let's see. What should I do here? Oh, okay, yeah. Couldn't do anything because the subject is a fill layer. Right, because I wanted to grab that and I wanted to paste. Yep, okay, so we pasted a layer that is just white, and now we're going to copy. We're going to duplicate this layer. And we're going to take it and we're going to place it right over here, and we're going to take this and drop that, and then we're going to clip mask this onto that. Hello? Mm. I'm gonna need to do my own personal one on it. Okay, that's fine. Yes, thank you. Okay, so we're going to... This gradient fill was applicable to those. We're actually going to clip this down and have this group be named background. So with this background, where are my glasses? I need my glasses. Well, not need, but it'll work. They tell me no, they tell me no. Do 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 do. Chitty chitty bang bang. Mayday. I don't need my MLA thing. Oh wait, no, I need that for another assignment. Okay. I'm gonna have to thank. Oh God, whose photo was it? Free. I'm gonna thank them for that, let them know that I am using their photo because I did not photograph that myself. Da, 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 da. Can nobody do it like me? Not even me, I know. That's all I see. Not me at all. You see, there's the side you don't. Pull the string, wrapping around your throat. You know something you should really know. You know what I mean before. Voices in my head, they tell me no, they tell me no. So we just cropped our stuff so that way we didn't have the giant oversized extra parts of the backdrop from that photo. So that's kind of a more permanent thing. Also, we kind of slightly snipped off a little bit of her toes. But it's okay. She's in her new home. Her new spot is here. And in this layer, we are going to fill... I would like to fill this layer with a gradient. So we're going to go here and we're going to put gradient. A gradient fill that is going to be essentially similar to this, but it will be radial. We're going to scale it down a bit. Nah, radial. Radial's good. Yeah, that'll be fine. Monster. So if we do that, and then we do that. Monster, thought you could slay a girl. Excellent. And now I want to see if we can do... Let's select outer glow. And let's select a better color for this outer glow, which I don't know why the selector popped up all the way in like an entirely different monitor. But we are going to take... let's turn up the oh wait, we need to select a color. What would we want the color for this portal to be? I feel like a nice purple. would work out. What is this? Why is that there? Oh, okay. So clicked it and it took me to the nearest best one. Alright, nice. So we have that. I'll turn up the opacity so that way we can actually see this thing happening. And we'll go softer. Oh, that spread makes it dense, makes it thick. Okay. I like the little effects we've got here. We're gonna go with this one here. The jitter doesn't need to be too crazy. Okay, and I actually want to like make an adjustment to this. Clip that down too. Very nice. Saturation. No, let's turn that saturation like kind of up though. No? That was interesting what it was doing. Yeah, I feel like that's not meeting what I want it to do. So let's not do hue and saturation. Instead, let's see what happens when we add a filter to this layer. Why can't I use the filter gallery? Why? 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 Let's release the clipping mask and see if it'll let me use the filter gallery then. Oh, it won't. Okay. So we're going to clip that right back on because we don't like how that's doing that. Yeah, that's not working out the way I want it to. Hockey round. So they're not giving me the artistic options, which is pissing me off. Am I not allowed to do those if it's got a function on it? I'm sure if I go here... Wait, why can't I do it? Hello? Oh, because that's not being shown, so... Okay, and it's still not letting me use my filters. Why? That's very, very upsetting. And also really infuriating. It shouldn't be doing that. Nope. These are not the kind of thing I'm looking for here. That looks kind of sickeningly cool, but then I would be like, I would want to modify the pets and make them look different than that. And that's not what we're going for. Let's see. I could make another pattern real quick. I want a pattern that's like, Let's see. 512 by 512. Magic effect. Not magic, mystic. Yeah, yeah. Multicolored mystic effect. That's kind of what we're looking for, right? Right? That one's licensable. We don't want to... We're going to try and avoid touching the licensable ones. I'm sorry, I just need another moment here. That's the thing about doing the impromptu on the spot ones. Just like give me stuff and I'll work with it. Is I need to have time to come up with something to do with it. Oh wait, actually, I think I grabbed other comp images for something else in animation. Okay, yeah, no, I can definitely. I'm going to open up a 512 by 512. I have it somewhere here. 500 by 500 PPI. No, 512 by 512, 300 PPI. There we go. Oh, that one is so nice. Okay, yeah, we're doing this one. So first, we're going to rasterize. And now we're going to filter offset 256 by 256. And we're going to try and blend this a little bit to make it more of a... We're going to try and make it a tileable texture here. And in order to do that, we want to get rid of the seam that is existent right there. So we're going to use this. Alright, I might need to make it a little bit thicker. Let's grab this. There we go. Get rid of that. So it may have sort of a slight linear effect happening right there. This is what we will, you know, work towards eliminating as well. Let's do a little clone stamp and let us stylus. Oh, careful. Let's turn that down a little bit and let's, I'd say maybe grab right around here. So by doing that little bit, we're kind of breaking up the lines that were appearing. Bow down on your knees, you ran over your head. There. That kind of works out a little bit, and now we can go ahead and we want to go to define pattern. We're going to call it crystalline, and we're going to go back over here. I have to delete some of these extra ones that I made. But we're going to click this one now, and oh my god, yes! Oh yeah, no, get rid of this gradient fill right here. This one's not needed. This one is all we need right here. I won't stop till you're dead. Pretend you're making me ascend. So I actually have a little bit of a pattern overlay that could also be applied kind of in the layer. You know what, we're gonna get rid of the overlay there now and see if I can just add it in this way. We're gonna do this. Oh, yep. And we're gonna make that opacity 100%. We're gonna scale that down. This was at 100 before. Oh, it's so gorgeous! It's gorgeous, I'm sorry. It's at... Oh, those crystals are just absolutely phenomenal. Let's see what we can do angle-wise. Oh, yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, that's great. That is great. Let's see if we can do anything with fun new thing. Oh, it's not gonna show anything until I... Okay, yeah. Dissolve, darken, multiply, the color burn. Yeah, no, I don't think any of that's gonna work right now. So we have a little bit of the outer glow. We'll do a multiply blend of shadows going in. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yes, that looks so good. Okay. Do we want the stroke in here? If I turn down the size there, position it to what, center? Outside? No. We'll do inside blend mode. No blend mode yet. Let's do opacity 100. Nah, we can just do color. What about a nice shade of blue? A nice shade of blue kind of feels okay on that. Let's also click in here and then click that and bring us to a reasonable shade of blue. That works out a little better. Okay. And now I would also like to add a... attach another mask, another adjustment for hue and saturation. And we will take this and... Oh, yeah. Not what I wanted there. Oh, whoops. Click that, and then click in there, and then... do this. Okay, so Control Shift I, and then there we go. Kuruma sucking with Southpaw. So now when I do this, there's all the color enhancements, but it's only on the grass stuff. Cool. Or the water and the grass. I'm gonna boogie woogie. Oh yeah, let me turn that tolerance up to like 50. I'm gonna see what happens if I can like grab up the grass. And that level of like grassiness. Let's see if I can see if I can click in here and do. Oh yeah, these layers are hidden now, so let's do this and see what that does. Yes! Okay, yeah, that works out a bit better. Because I wanted it to leave the grass and I wanted it to kind of leave the trees alone, but everything else in there being multicolored and awesome, I'm digging it. Okay, so background stuff. Interesting and appealing. Got it, and it looks good. Great. I don't think there's going to be too much I can do for shadows. Let's go into... So a slight color adjustment can happen around the Chloe area here. Let us use the eyedropper and grab like that nice Shiba shade that's going on there. And now I'm going to do this. Shit ain't sweet. Shit ain't sweet. You know what? I'm going to delete color adjustments and we're going to slap that on the doggy layer itself. Adjustment, color, balance, honestly. Some more there, a little bit there. Yeah, look at that. You. Dogs and tree. I think that describes everything perfectly. And for shadow adjustments, we're going to come over here. Hi, baby girl. Okay, so shadow adjustments. Ooh, okay, so we're also going to take these adjustments and we're going to drop them right there. Because what we don't want is for us to draw up here for shadow adjustments and have it showing all over our dog. But if we hide that, we obviously we're drawing here, but we're not going to see that. So we're going to undo, 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 and undo, and then we're going to make our colors standardized, and now we're going to see what we can do about like trying to do a little bit here. Honestly, if I go overboard with making the shadows too dark, we can just go in and adjust that stuff later too. Because I'm probably going to do a little, what do you call it here? We'll see how it turns out when I do, what, a screen overlay maybe? Overlay could work, or soft light. I think soft light might be the best one to go ahead and make it look like shadows once I finish that up. Hello? Thank you. It wasn't letting me zoom in. That was odd. So I'm going to also add this bit here so that way we can see that there's a tail. We'll come up here. Lovely little Chloe. Oh, the tree is actually above. I see. Well, then what happens if I take this and I slap it up here? Yeah, it would show up over her. I can't do that. I'll add something after the fact for Chloe to fix her shadows up a little bit. So we're going to do this here. So we're doing this to do a shadow for the tree, because that's a thing. Gotcha. Do this. Do that. Okay, and this will be like that. I level up, I level up, I level up, I level up. Do this a little bit. And if we do soft light, there, that's looking kind of nice. And we'll need to do a manual adjustment on Chloe here. And we're going to put it right below Chloe. Chloe shadow adjustment. And now while we are in this layer for the Chloe shadow adjustment, we're going to kind of zoom in here. We don't want it to look like she's floating there. No, the shadow wouldn't be over here. That's my mistake. We're going to fix this up, make sure that it is appropriately on there without dipping it into the water. And if we go ahead and slap that also onto a soft light layer. You know what? Sue me, I like it. I actually kind of enjoy this right now. I think my favorite thing has to be the crystal tree portal thing here. Like Rebel gave us something golden with this tree having the dark trunk on the inside that was completely blacked out. It made it perfect and the perfect subject to go ahead and just swap it out with a pattern. Like that was nutty, and I did not expect it to work that way. So I just thought of something else. Oh, God help me. Let's go back to. Fuck it, I just bought it. Right. It was this one, and it was on the outer glow is the purple, right? Yeah. But if I were to go ahead and instead say, perhaps take this and change it to a pattern? Do I have that option? You know what? We'll have that as the spread. We'll do that, and we'll reduce the jitter. Actually, no. We'll keep the jitter at 30. Reducing the range, though, makes things a little crazy. Let's put that at 30 as well. Take a look-see. What about 40? 20? Oh my god. There we go. There, I like it. And for the moment, since there was no actual like order or request made or any kind of limitations put on us for this, this was literally just us trying to do something. And I think it came out well. I think. I actually really like this. I'm gonna save it before I get emotional looking at my dog. Yeah, we're just gonna call this, Pup Alter. Yes. You will now be called the Pup Alter. And we're gonna... Oh yeah, I need to wait for it to finish saving down here first. Say my name. I promise there's a reason for me either doing something or doing nothing right now. I don't know which way to describe it as. There we go. So essentially, I just wanted to see what my stream looks like to people. Because I realized that even though I see a version of it on Streamlabs, I don't actually often open up my stream and take a look at what the aspect ratio and everything looks like, what my UI elements look like. Like, is this what you people see? I mean, that's not bad. I mean, I've definitely seen better. I've definitely seen worse. I've definitely done better and, well, I've definitely done worse. I haven't done too much better. Alright, sorry about that. That was me just, again, getting distracted, waiting for the save to go through. So now we can go ahead and do a save as, because now I want to save it also on the computer, because this was fun, and I don't get to do shit like that too often. So I'm going to go into my Photoshop projects folder and just kind of dump it in there for the sake of having it. Wait for the save. Okay. Sorry, I drank some water, smoked a little of my bubbler. So I also have a lot of photos of historical places because I'm doing art history through the 15th century. So we've got like pictures like this. Although I know that once I upload it, it'll be like this quality probably. It's problematic initially, um, but that's okay. Like I've gotten a good amount of ideas for things from all of this. Let's see. This one, but there's a person in it, so I like avoid it. I could use this as a panel somewhere. Like there, I've been stockpiling photos. I'll be honest. I've got a lot of them that I can do some stuff with. So and I'm thinking of what I can do with them all, because this kind of this made me feel good. Wait, shit, what did I do? Okay, there it is. Cells, they only draw. We'll toss that into our Discord as well, under our artwork tab. I know I need to do better shadow work on, like, lighting and shadow, because I can tell, like, personally, me personally, I can tell that, like, up here and around here, this is all obviously showing that the light was on the dog from, like, directly above, but, and same over here, but then this one is a softer light that's, like, approaching from over here. The light that's on this tree is obviously coming from, like, directly in front of us, and it is highly reflective. You know what? I thought that I had it wrong, but no, we do need a color adjustment. There was no reason for me to end this too soon, because I already promised that I would make up the time. We started like 5 minutes before the hour late mark, essentially. So, I mean, I'm not trying to treat it like a clock out at the exact time, clock in at the exact time, but I just want to give people a general frame of reference of what to expect for when the stream is going to be terminated. Oh, right, that's me still on the, alright. The color adjustments is going to go up at the top. Chloe, my dear, we're going to fix this right here. Okay. So, go ahead and do that. And that. Honestly, for all of it. And now we can try and do a little color adjustment here. Never. You can never be Joy Boy? Really? Oh, we're gonna learn about Joy Boy. We're learning more and more. By the way, for anyone that's following the One Piece journey, we are over 1,000 episodes in, alright? 1,000 episodes. I think we're actually on episode 1004 or 1005, something like that. Sorry, I got distracted by an email from the people that own our building. And let's see. we have a brown that we sampled from the crook of Chloe's arm over here, and we're going to use that darker shade of brown of her own fur color and use it to kind of dust through here a little bit. So that way we can kind of get rid of some of the extra shine that she's got. So that way it doesn't seem so much like, oh wow, I just, like, gleeked all over the place. Bonus points to anyone that knows what that means. Tasty. Okay, so now we're just gonna, again, very lightly. I'm not applying too much pressure. Okay. So this kind of dulls a little bit of that highlight, crazy highlight that we were getting from there. Same for you, Jeechster. Come on. We're going to take some of that darker fur color. And we're going to kind of brush that into... Okay, maybe that's a little too dark down there. We're going to grab some of this. Yeah, see, that's a slightly better one right there. So, the thing that I've learned over time of doing this, because when I started doing this, trying to do the drawing thing and doing the Photoshop thing, when we were learning it, it was done with, first we did analog, you know, on paper with a pencil and sketching things and that stuff. And the next step was to try it out, you know, to try things in Photoshop afterwards. And, you know, what we were doing back then was with the mouse. And since then, as soon as that first class where we learned the basics was done, the next class we took, because a lot of the ones that have these art aspects that can be digital art aspects are in there, they go ahead and say, like, get a tablet as part of the class requirements. So I got the previous one I was using, and it wasn't, how can I put it? It was good, it was fine, but I had to keep on looking down and looking up and looking down and looking up, and eventually I learned how to just, like, look up while doing things with my hand that was out of sight. But it just didn't feel right, especially going from drawing analog to, you know, jumping into the digital version. And it was really hard to use the mouse. It felt like it was, like, really herky-jerky. It just wasn't, it wasn't meshing with me really well. And once, you know, once we started using the tablet, it meshed better. I just didn't like the whole look up, look down, look left, right, cockeyed, rotate your tab, all this other stuff. And now I really wish the camera settings were working, but this tablet is 15.6 inches. And, like, here's my little review of the XP Pen 15.6 inch Pro. It's fantastic. We have 8 buttons on the left that are presets that you can customize however you want. If I smack this button right here, I hit, like, the F7. Here's a little picture, alright? So, sorry, the K7 is what I hit, which is the show driver panel. I did have customized things here, but for some reason it forgot what they were, so I started to change it, and I was like, you know what, I don't have time for this. I'll just do whatever, and I'll change these up again later. So there's that. You can hit OK to save those. You can change what the roller thing does. I have it currently set to change my brush size, which is when I say it is the biggest quality of life change to have that available there on a dial. So good. It is so good. I'm so happy with it. So that's our pen tab software for the artist. It is the XP Pen Artist 15.6-inch Pro, and it's great. The digital display in the middle is basically you can either extend your desktop to it, or it basically treats it like another monitor, except it's a touchscreen monitor that you can, draw on, which is amazing. I got a bunch of peripheral devices for it, so it makes it a little bit more convenient. I got a carrying case, and, I'm fancy like that, alright? So, let's see, we fixed up some things there. And, oh, okay, so, that's a comment? And he just, oh, man. Ah, that's a good photo. That's a good fucking photo. Hold up. Cody, man. What is it? Staff Sergeant Hollum? Or are you still just Sergeant Hollum? No, wait, no. That's a different Cody. This is, Graham? Cody Graham? Which one? Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember you. I remember Graham. I'm sorry, I smoke a lot of pot now that I'm not in the army. Yeah, I remember your spouse as well. Very active with the FRG and stuff, if I remember. I should be remembering right. Okay. I need my notification and... Alright, I need to pull up Facebook here on my computer. I want y'all to see this photo because this photo is actually really good for the edit. Like, I'm very pleased that he sent this photo in. Annoyed that it's coming in so late because we got like maybe half hour left, but I think I can still potentially do something with it. Actually, where's my fracking Facebook Live? I should be live right now. Am I not? Let me view it like the... Okay, yeah, there we go. Now I can grab this, and I can copy the link. And I'll drop that there. Well, I'm content with this. The differences from the originals, because here's what our original photos that led up to this lovely moment are. Also, those color adjustments are already, those are nutty, because that's a visible difference on those. But we'll hide all of that, and then we're going to show our originals here. So we started out with this image here. All right, this obviously self-modeled tree altar thing, which is looking really awesome. That came from our friend Rebel. And then we have my lovely, recently passed on fur sister, Gigi. We miss you. We have our friend Nadia's Sheba. So we went ahead and snipped out the Sheba, obviously. And then we have Chloe, who filled the place in my parents' heart when Gigi and Gigi's sister died. So we took them and we composited them all together by snipping them out of the photos, just showing people what it looks like after, right? We can honestly delete this one. Wait, what? Could not, because the parent layer is locked. Right. I locked the whole thing, so let me get rid of that, and that. Okay, cool. We can lock that up again. Sorry, it's because we didn't need that thing in there. So we created our backdrop, right? Actually, I forgot to drop the original for the backdrop in there. I should probably do that as well, just as a respect thing. That backdrop is amazing, and that is credited to our friend Free Flyer. I don't know why it just kind of opened it there instead of dropping it in here. We're going to rasterize that, and we're going to drop it into our originals. Yeah, that was a really good, like, look at this. We only took this small sliver right here, but look at all of this. This was a very great photo. Right, so background. We took that sliver and we went ahead and we modified it and adjusted it so that way we've got this, like, rainbow-esque thing going here. And now we're going... Actually, I need a second. So, something to learn right here is, let's unlock these. So for the gradient fill and for the hue saturation, this up here is actually water that it went ahead and that it did. So we're going to take that out of the selection. Yeah, we need to, like, right around here or something. Okay, so... Oh. Okay, so why isn't it applying? I'm pretty sure if I just deselect all of that craziness and just, like, grab this, no one's gonna be any the wiser if I just fill that in. Yeah, see, that looks like it did something to some of the stuff there, but it doesn't look like it did it to all of it. Why not? There it is. We were hitting the wrong key combination. There we go. So we selected it. Instead of, like, coming in here or making another mask, we went here, and by intentionally clicking this, we were able to, if we define anything as black or white, anything that's black won't be affected by what we're doing, and whatever's white will. So by changing our selection there, we were able to change what exactly was being affected by the rainbow, the gradient fill, and the hue saturation. Alright, next is our manual adjustments, which were actually for shadows and stuff, which will be seen more effectively once we turn on everything in here. So by turning on all of these, let's go ahead and turn them off. Turn these off individually, because this started out with just this. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's nutty. So then we added a little bit of a stroke effect to give it an outline, to get rid of some of the brightness that it had going from the initial picture that we brought it in from. Then we added Nadia's dog, which is the Shiba, and then we added another tree. And if you look, Nadia's dog actually didn't have the feet fully in it, so we had to make up for that. And by adding that, it's hidden by the other side of the tree. And then we added this beautiful piece of work right here. And then we added our sweet Gigi. And then we can turn on the shadow adjustments now, and you'll see the difference that that makes and everything, because right now, those things look like they were just dropped in. There, looks like they're being affected by the sun in the photo. That's the whole point of doing a shadow adjustment layer. It can make a difference. And then we turn on Chloe over here, and then we put on Chloe's shadow adjustment layer, adding her shadow a bit more effectively to the tree right there. And then a color balance for both Chloe and Gigi, because they were both a little too highlighted, not having enough color effect. Well, actually, this color balance was just for Chloe. She was too, you know, too bland, I'll say, for such a colorful background. And then our color adjustment there is for the highlights on Chloe and Gigi's fur, because Gigi was going very old and very white, so she was reflecting light a little bit too much. And then we wound up with this lovely piece. I'm resaving this in all of its locations because, I'm very proud of how this photo came out. And next up on the roster, I'm going to at least try and chop out my buddy's vehicle from the photo he gave me and put it somewhere else. Let's see. Let's do a Google image search, and while that's pulling up, we will save as on computer. P pop alter. Yes. Replace. And while that's saving, let's see. Let's see if I can get a nice shot to sub this into. Even I'm bad at moderation. But the devil inside loves combinations. I'm an alien. You can ask him to make you run. Mistake. Okay. So with that specific angle, I'm not going to try and like change up the angle of the vehicle too much. Oh yeah, this thing finished saving, so we're going to save now one last thing, save a copy. And we're going to go to our pictures, and we're going to change this to JPEG, and then we're going to click on the pup alter that we already had, save over it, because this is just a slight improvement that's just a little bit better. Alright. Let's see, our old little panoramic here, our pup alter, and this was us making a, also on this stream I showed you how to make one of these patterns. Congrats. So we'll ditch this, and now we will create another new, and I want this that way, and we're going to go ahead and take the photo. Yeah, buddy. And what we want here is we're going to do object selection, and I'm going to rasterize this layer now that DPS just said Rasta, and it made me think of it. We got Graham's car. We're going to make another layer and get it ready. Also, That was foolish. Duplicate that layer. This isn't even like a homework assignment, but this is just my convention. I like to keep things organized. Originals. We are venom, and this world will take advantage if you let them. Alright, so we use the auto select, and then we're going to obviously pay better respects than that. And we're going to make sure that we go in here and fine tune things. Where is... And we've got this here, and now I'm going to need to... Let's do a little subtractive. Uh-huh. Okay. We got that. And we're gonna... So, again, I'm not using a mouse or anything. This is by hand using stylus and an XP Pen Artist Pro. XP Pen Artist 15.6 Pro. What? What? Oh, fuck. It was making a whole bunch of noise at me, so I was confused. Okay, so we want to make sure that we don't just snip things out because it's reflected and we think that it's something else. Make sure that we're catching things properly. We'll clip that right there for now. Yeah, that's nice. So as you can see, the auto select tool did things pretty clean. It wasn't too crazy this time. Sometimes it's tripping and it's like on another level of some shit. But not this time around. Looks like we got things going kind of good here. Smooth that out. Not too much. If anything's there, I'm gonna just use the eraser on it instead. After we go ahead and cut it out and make things, you know, the way we want it to. Okay, so for the roof here, it's very, very reflective. That's going to be something to think about when we're trying to make it look closer to everything else. You know, making it blend into whatever background we drop it into. We want to make sure that we do that right. You like nothing that destroyed her. Be the strongest or the best. I only want one thing. I actually really dislike this chorus, but he says it in a catchy way. So I mean, I guess chorus successful. Chorus successful because catchy. The only reason I don't like it is just because it just kind of feels like something very specifically only important to the one person, which is a fictional person. I think the best form of nerdcore rap is when it can be converted to like what's going on in the rapper's life as well. Like this. He's talking about how everyone's just like dropping bits and everything on Twitch and wanting him to do more and more and more and more and more and doing specific things, and he's got over 1 million followers, and it's just a bunch of people saying, "Oh, you did this before, so it should be easy to do this," and it's just like, shut up, you don't do what I do. Figure your shit out. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and grab that. It's a nice cut. Wait a minute. What is that? What did I cut off right there? Is that something important? No, I don't think that's a part of the car. Not this time. Okay, so we have layer 1. Grams car. Bangarang. Alright. Now where do we want to drop this bad boy? I was still trying to find out, because I personally haven't seen certain things, so... Do a lot, I know. Okay. Yeah, there we go. This is closer to the kind of shit that I've been needing for this. All right. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. No, someone made that too, and they also half-assed it. Okay. Okay. I might be able to maybe no. No, no. Too much going on in the background. I would have had to do quite a bit of patching and slipping things into places. I realize now how that sounded, and whatever. You know what? I said what I said. Y'all heard what you heard. Okay. Yeah, this will work. This will work. I am going. This is going to be a rough one for me personally. I'm not very skilled to do the thing, but I'm still going to try. That's right. We're going to try and put him in Too Fast, Too Furious. I'm sure he'd love it. Unfortunately, I think the car that we have is going to be too high def. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty clean looking. No, it's so foul. Terrorist, weapon of mass destruction, knock teeth out, sword called black reduction. In the back, click clicks, you don't have the gumption. Get the boy a mask or something. Nick Cage him, hold to your chest and lobe when I gauge him. Okay, so let's see if I can potentially skew. Oh no, skew isn't what we wanted. Distort. Yo, we almost got this thing, like, warped into its position. What if we back that just a little bit more? I just realized that the top there isn't quite there yet, so we're going to go back to distort here, drag that up there just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. You know what? I'm not too mad about it. I know, I just went through all that. I'm gonna go back and distort this one again. Body of the bad man. Yeah, there we go. Now we don't want to distort it to the point where it looks and feels like it's angled like this. We'll undo that one. Slide this around a little bit. We're gonna hit OK to make this the new like default for it. And then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna come back and tap distort. Try and bring that tire out there a little bit more. And let's see about getting this back up here. There we go. So the hardest thing is going to be darkening all these colors up, because obviously there's no sun. It is a nighttime image, and we've got trees reflecting off this thing. We've got, you know, we've got the fucking sun coming off of there and everything like that. It's gonna be interesting. I had this one here because I was going to see about like what if I just cut this one out and slot this one in there, if it would be better, but having this one here kind of makes it feel like I'm working a little more efficiently as non-destructively as I can. Too fast, original as it can be with this obviously photoshopped on thing. Yeah, I really need to make this thing a little bit better. But we are about out of time, so this is something that I'll work on whenever I get bored and want to do a little something. I'll make sure that that I can do something with this, because it's definitely something worthwhile. Yeah, we'll leave this as is for right now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go to ending soon. I want to go ahead and thank those that actually popped in here today. And also, well, let's start with the mini feed. I'd like to thank Foggy by Nature 54 for the follow a day ago. I believe that you were someone that I was playing with. I believe. I'm pretty sure. Your name is ringing a bell. Oh wait, no, Foggy by Nature. You were on hover.gg. You were on the Hover app, which, ladies and gentlemen, Hover is basically TikTok but for gamers, so probably better to use. I'm just gonna fish that out there. And then beyond that, we just had a little interaction in chat today. Nothing big. We had Darklight, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for opening up the stream with a little something, letting me know that I wasn't alone. That's very nice of you. And Rebel, thank you for stopping in. I know I had to kind of drop the link on you and be like, hey, come here. But it's, you know, you didn't have to come in either way, and you did anyway. So I do appreciate that, and I do want to thank you for that. And that wraps it up. And By the way, I also want to point out that we had no connectivity issues today. At least I didn't receive any messages saying that we had dropped frames, and also our stream time is exactly 3 hours. So we know that we didn't lose the stream at any point. So it may really just be a whole bunch of camera troubles that I'm having. So we'll figure something out. But that wraps this up.